Hello viewers, welcome to APGNation.com, and today I'll be giving you my impression of Party Hard. This preview build was provided by the developer for the purpose of this impression, so thank you very much. Also, just a quick reminder, the gameplay you are about to see was taken from a preview build of the game, so keep in mind that the game will most likely change and improve before its official release. He is sick and tired of his neighbours, and by he, I'm referring to this guy, who's sick and tired of a neighbour's loud party keeping him up all night. So of course, the most logical way to resolve the situation is to of course grab the nearest knife and murder everybody there in gruesome and entertaining ways without mercy. Now I know what you're thinking, another game about a homicidal maniac that just wants to kill everybody for no real reason at all, similar to the recent controversial title, Hatred. Now come on, that's not true. He has his reasons, of course. The party woke him up at 3 AM. That's enough to send anybody on a violent rampage. But seriously, when compared to Hatred, this title is less impacting and offensive. Instead, Party Hard takes a more colourful, entertaining and comedic route, and doesn't take itself too seriously. So Party Hard features pixelated 2D visuals with a static camera overhead to give players an overview of the whole party environment, which gives me kind of a hiding in plain sight vibe, mostly because there are so many NPCs on screen at once, and you're constantly trying to blend in with them by shaking your stuff. Of course, you have to carry out your executions as carefully and stealthily as possible, because if you get spotted killing someone, then they will get on the phone to the cops and arrest you quick smart. The best ways to accomplish your goal is to kill strays, people that wander off to the bathroom, go for a smoke, or even pass out in an alley or an empty room or something. And there are also certain environmental kills that can take out a fair few NPCs at once. If you hold a single button, it will bring up all of the environmental kills you can interact with, but for some reason you can interact with most of these while being in plain sight, and nobody becomes suspicious of you even if you're standing right there. At least these environmental kills are highly entertaining and occasionally just plain random, like killing people with a horse's kick. There are also items that can be bought or found within the environment that give you certain boosts that you can use at any time, such as being able to change clothes to confuse the authority. The NPCs are also highly entertaining, often swearing at you, ripping it up on the dance floor, smoking, dealing, and even lovemaking in the toilet, horror movie style. They will even gang up on you if you try to kill someone in plain sight, which will knock you out for a certain period of time. Besides police, there are also firemen, paramedics, FBI, SWAT, and all kinds of random NPCs that do different things. I'm sure all of you recognize this schmuck here. You have to have patience in Party Hard, in a kind of Hitman style way, but of course this is not as detailed as that series. You need to pick your moments and strike at just the right time, and hopefully you will kill many without doing much at all, which is a very rewarding feeling. Of course, this is just a preview build, and there are unfortunately plenty of things I find wrong with the game, which hopefully will be resolved upon release. The AI, which is most of the time entertaining, but at times can be rather dumb. Sometimes people don't spot you when you kill someone near them, they apparently can't see through windows, the police eventually give up chasing you if you manage to get away from them long enough, even if you're standing right in front of them, and sometimes I've had NPCs freeze on the spot. I also really hate that NPCs are a lot faster than you, and if you are spotted, there is pretty much no chance that you can kill them before they get to a phone. Some sort of hiding mechanic would be really good to keep away from police, since you're not fast enough to run away from them. There are no additional weapons besides the knife and of course environmental kills. I would prefer if you could actually use some environmental weapons like axes and pipes or something like that to add variety. Heck, why not even firearms? Then again, it might start feeling a bit like the Hotline Miami series, so maybe that's not exactly what the devs are going for. Another thing that is really annoying is that the button that interacts with an environmental kill is also the same button that picks up a sleeping or dead body, so if one of them happened to be lying on top of the interaction you want to use, you always just end up picking up the body instead, which is just frustrating. And finally, why when I press down on the gamepad everybody dies? That is just the most random thing I have ever seen, and I don't understand why it's there, and the button isn't even listed in the control map. I'm also not sure if there's going to be a real interesting story to Party Hard, but I have a feeling that story isn't a real important aspect of the game. So Party Hard is an entertaining game. I honestly do find it more interesting and entertaining than Hatred. I did run into some issues in this preview build, but I expect many of them to be fixed upon the game's full release on the 25th of August, and I honestly can't wait to see how it finally turns out based on this build, and expect my review at a later date. Thank you so much for watching this impression, and for the latest in video game news, reviews and impressions, subscribe and stay tuned to APGNation.com.